Hello and welcome everybody. This is Simona Mainini with Feng Shui for Architecture. And this is the introduction to the 2022 forecast for the year of the water tiger. And the year of the water tiger will be a significant departure from the metal ox, which is about to end. And I'm going to tell you more in a second. But first, I would like to invite you to our live event on January 29 at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's a live event for 2 hours. We're going to discuss all the detail of 2022. I'm going to give you also a lot of tips on what we can do around the house on a Feng Shui level to make the best out of this new year. And also we're going to cover sign by sign, so I can give you some direction, also some idea of how the new year is going to be depending on your Chinese astrological sign. So you can go to our website at fengshuitrainingcenter.com to sign up. And I'm looking forward to see all of you on January 29. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this new year of the tiger. So just think in terms of 5 elements. The new year is going to be water tiger, and the tiger is really the wood element. So the water and the wood are in a productive cycle with each other. So the energy from the heavenly stem, which is water, is going to be productive to the energy of the earthly branches, which is wood. Water produces wood. So that is usually right off the bat, it is a really, really good sign, because there is going to be harmony between heaven and earth. So that's something that we cannot change, something that either he's there or is not, and it is there. So it's a really good thing for next year. Also, the tiger is a young element, so it's very movable. It moves a lot. It's a corner sign, first of all, but also it moves because it's young, has a lot of energy. So a lot of situation which we have seen dormant in this year of the ox, because the ox is an earth element, so it doesn't really move all that much, doesn't like to move, and is, you know, you really push it really hard, it's gonna be moving. Now any situation that is big stagnant, it will start to move. And maybe it will caught us by surprise, because also the first month of the new year is going to be the month of the tiger. So we're going to have a double young month in here, and that would be a lot of push for things to move. The only thing we really need to be careful in February is that if things move too fast, you know, sometimes we make mistake, or sometimes we cause accidents. Sometimes we are not as focused and accurate if we go too fast. So that's one thing in February we need to be mindful of. Yes, because just remember that the Chinese year starts at the beginning of February, more or less. Around the beginning of February. It does not coincide fully, the beginning doesn't coincide fully with the Western Gregorian calendar year, which is December 31st towards January 1st. So it's about a month later. So that's why we have the forecast on January 29. So anyway, so things will start to move, and they will start to move really actively, because the wood element is very active, while the earth element of the ox was very slow. I don't want to necessarily use the word stagnant, because maybe we really needed a slowdown after the year of the rat 2020, but definitely the tiger will be a lot more movement. So things will start to move, will be a lot of energy. And it's going to be, you know, it's hard to tell. It's going to be a good year, it's going to be a bad year, because each of us has a different personal energy. Everybody's going to interact differently with this energy. And so we will have more positive effect or less positive effects. But one thing I can tell you is that things will start to move. So wherever you are in your particular situation, know that if you were planning something for a long time and you were getting frustrated because nothing was happening, well, things will start happening. And if you also are planning new things, this is a really, really good time to do the planning. You still have a couple of months before the new year, so you can catch the wave of the new energy coming in and get that forward motion that comes with that. One other thing that is going to happen with the new year that we're going to address more in our forecast is about the energy of a building. The energy of the building is based on triagrams, while the stem and branches tells us about individual luck, more or less. The energy of the building is actually based on the triagrams. There are 8 triagrams, and they are the same triagrams that appears in the I Ching. But next year is going to be that exceptional year that does not really have a triagram per se. It's actually star number 5. And those of you that have followed me for some time know that star number 5 in the center of every building in the world is not necessarily the best news ever. Because the star number 5 is usually a little bit troublesome, and it likes to, you know, throw a little bit of roadblocks at people. And so that will be in everybody's house, unfortunately, in the center. So it's going to be affecting every household pretty much in the world. So one thing we can do is, of course, you know, if you, when you attend our class, we'll give you some pointers on other things and things that we can do, how to take advantage of the better energy in the house. Because yes, this troublesome star is going to be in the center, but in other rooms of the house, we will have other visiting energy that might be more supportive, and so we can use those to our advantage. But also in other things in general, patience would be very, very important next year, because, you know, it's not only our house that is going to have a 5 in the center, it's going to be pretty much every house in the world. And so everybody's going to be, you know, a little bit affected by that. So just be patient with yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Stay very focused when you do things. You know, it might, because the year will tend to move forward really fast, the water tiger, but the building are gonna create a little bit of friction because they're gonna slow you down. You might experience a little bit of push and pull. And so just remember, don't get too frustrated. Just remember, I remember now, is the energy in the center of the building. So I just need to slow down, because when we slow down, we can take better care, even difficult situation. You know me, if you have followed me for a while, you know that I'm not a fatalist. I'm not somebody that says, oh, we have a bad star in the center of the house, so everything has to stop until the following year. You know, I'm not that kind of Feng Shui expert. I rather think of that almost like a weather forecast, where, oh, next year, you know, the energy in the center of the building is not that great, so I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to work around that. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm just going to make the best out of the situation and pick my battles. And of course, you know, I arrange my house with Feng Shui, so I spend time in the more effective sections, and that way I can get more support, as much support as possible. So just remember, these 2 things are going to be very important. A lot of patience and a lot of good plan prepared to move forward. Because of the combination of the 2, it might be one of those situations where, you know, in the beginning of the year, we want to move forward, but we might have to go back and review our plans that we made before, plans that we thought we wanted, but now we're going to review it in light of new information and realize that maybe that's not exactly what we wanted to do. Maybe we want to redo it. And so there might be a little bit of additional planning involved that you didn't think was necessary. But take this chance to do that, because it is very good. The energy of earth and heaven are in harmony. And so this is a really good time to review any plans before you jump into it, because once you jump into it, things will start move really fast. And so you want to make sure that you don't have to do too many course corrections once you're already in the process. And so these are some of the main things, particularly this Yang versus Yin of 2021 will be more relevant. But I'm looking forward to discuss more in detail with you of these on January 29th. Please go to our website, fengshuitrainingcenter.com, to sign up. I'm going to leave you also the link for the registration form here down below, in the write-up here down below, and at the end of this video. But you will find the link on fengshuitrainingcenter.com. And I'm looking forward to see you there. And in the meantime, I want to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy beginning of the new year, wherever you are in the world. And I'm looking forward to see you in person in January. Thank you and take care. Have a wonderful time.